Oh. Alright. Took a shit. Ate, ate a muffin. And got a lot of water. I think I'm good for a while. Anyways, sorry about last video. I really fucked up. I mean, I still posted a video, which is, that's all I promised. I didn't promise them all to be the same length. And I didn't promise them all to be 20 minutes long. So, I mean, I still... Excuse me. I still am meeting my promise. But... I mean, if I hadn't posted a video, I would have still met my promise. It just... because I said almost every day when I promised, but still, I wanted to post a video, and since I still don't know how the quality of that video was, I just kind of recorded it and then posted it immediately, and then sat on my phone for multiple hours until I passed out from exhaustion. You know how it is. Anyways, it's been 2 days since I've recorded this story, so... I might have problems with the voices. I might not remember them. I have vague recollections, like I know what GrimR's voice was. I know what Chuck or Chad or whatever the father's voice was. I know most of the voices, but you know, just bear with me. Here we go. Did you get away, Mr. Denton? Yeah, I got away. Without being shot. Maybe Mr. Slezak just thought you were a burglar, breaking into his house? I'm doubling back to Slezak's house, gunning for GrimR. Lynn? 15 minutes later. Where are you now, Mr. Denton? What's happening? I'm in pursuit of Slezak and Denny. Wait, what? Denny, in my car. Be careful. Yeah. You said Slezak pulled up to his house in a car, didn't you, Lynn? Yes. He and Denny are in a van. What? Well, they must have 2 vehicles then. A car and also a van to transport Denny. I've had experience with double agents in my line of work before. I don't know what you mean, Mr. Danton. Are you sick, twisted psycho who's been encouraging your classmates to kill themselves? Oh, are you the sick, twisted? Have you been playing me all along? Are you GrimR? Are you? Where's your daughter right now, Lorraine? You again. I told you to stop. I don't have time to argue. I'm in high-speed chase with Slezak and his son, Denny, 5 miles outside the city limits on Highway 10. We're traveling at close to 10 miles an hour. It's dangerous. What does this have to do with... what does anything of this have to do with Lynn? I need to know if you think she's capable of murder. What? How dare you? Answer my question. Lives are at stake right now. No. I mean, Lynn wouldn't hurt anyone. She tried to hurt herself. She jumped off of E Tower at midnight, for Christ's sakes. Just to make sure that there was nobody on the sidewalk or in the street who would get hurt by her falling body. Where is she now? She's right here, in the house with... oh no. She's not here. Our car is gone. I can't see. Our car is gone. Where is Lynn? Shit, I'm losing Slezak. I can't keep up. My car is too damaged from crashing into the school gym. I forgot about that. Jesus Christ. What? Lynn. She just drove across the highway from a side road and forced Lezzik's van off the highway. Sent it flying into the ditch, and the van rolled over. Dear God. Lynn, where the hell are you going? Denny's getting away in his wheelchair out the back of the Dan, Mr. Van Danden. I'll catch him in my car while you check on Mr. Slezak. But don't hurt him any more than he is already hurt. Okay, but watch yourself. Denny might have a gun. I've cornered Denny, Mr. Danton. He zipped down this dirt road through the woods and it ended at a lake. I've got him boxed in with my car. He's at the end of a small boat dock. What about Mr. Slezak? Is he... Come back here, Lynn. To the highway. To the crash scene. But what about... I'll take care of Denny now. You didn't hurt Mr. Slezak? You said you knew first aid, didn't you? Yes! Slezak needs your help, Lynn. He's not in very good shape. And I didn't make it any better. Oh my God! Mr. Slezak is dead! Yeah. Did you kill him, Mr. Danton? No, he was mortally wounded in the collision. Then why did you tell me to come back and help him? Slezak made a deathbed confession about GrimR. What did he say? His son, Denny, is GrimR. Denny? Yeah. Slezak had no reason to lie. He knew he was dying. Denny was ridiculed and humiliated by girls when he went to Monroe High because of his acne and stammer, his physical clumsiness. He tried to kill himself and was left paralyzed from the waist down and unable to speak after he shot himself, with even deeper psychological wounds that festered until he vented his rage on the girls going to Monroe. Now, he created the Suicide Society to get his revenge and have some fun. Oh my God, that's insane. He needs help, Mr. Danton. Slezak tried to help him at first, using his nursing training. Then he covered up for Denny, protected him. Even though Denny hated his father for keeping him alive after he shot himself, almost as much as he hated the girls he urged to kill themselves. So, that's what you wanted me away that's why you wanted me away from Denny? Please don't kill him, Mr. Danton. I've killed in my line of work before, Lynn. Disgusting psycho pricks as evil as Denny. But Denny's sick. He's disabled. He's not responsible for... He's responsible for my daughter's murder. Murder? I just heard from the hospital. Sadie died, and my wife tried to take her own life when she heard the news. Please, Mr. Danton, don't murder Denny. Let the authorities... That bastard will get a couple of years in prison, if that, for everything he's done. All the lives he's destroyed. And let me tell you something, Lynn. There's no higher authority on earth than a father looking out for his little girl. I chose life, Mr. Danton. Please, do the same. For my sake. And yours, Mr. Danton. Yeah. I took pity on Denny, even though he took no pity on those vulnerable young women he killed. Thank God. Thank you, Mr... I knocked him out first. Then I strapped him tight in his wheelchair. Well, what? He didn't feel a thing when he rolled off the dock into the water. Oh, Mr. Danton! I gave him the assisted suicide he always wanted. Rest in hell, GrimR. You sick prick. Jesus. Well, yeah. Suicide. God. Well, that was pretty short. That was really short compared to, well, it felt short. I guess it was actually longer, it looks like. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I've, I mean, I know Lynn and Cole, or Mr. Danton. I'm pretty sure I kept his voice and Lynn's voice pretty good. And also Lynn's mother, I'm pretty sure I kept that pretty good. Also, GrimR's voice, that's the other voice that I kept well. Anyways, I guess GrimR didn't really have a voice, he was just... Or, actually, I don't know, it didn't say his wheelchair was electronic. But, I mean, how would he gotten so far if it wasn't electronic? I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's that. I read it, and it's great. But, since it's suicide and shit... and since this stuff is hard to talk about, unless it's already been, like, initiated somehow for anybody, and since if somehow this channel got popular in the future, and people came back and watched the videos and watched this, and some suicidal maybe people watch this, I guess they hear. It might not help, it probably won't, because, you know, but hey, it's something, I guess. So, I had depression. I've talked about it in other videos. But I managed to get rid of it. Granted, it's not going to be gone forever, but Jesus Christ, I'm switching between voices. I'm going to this voice and this voice. I don't know if they sound different or not, but, you know, it's just easier to talk in one or the other at certain times. Anyways, oh wow, I think this is the voice. I'll just stick to this. Anyways, so, I had depression. I had depression for half a year ago. Wait, no, about, like, maybe, like, three quarters of a year ago is when I started, I think, maybe. I don't know. Basically, school beat me down so hard, because I've talked about it before, I was in smart people school, and oh my god, smart people school is hard. It's not meant for me, or any people like me. I think I'm just gonna go to this voice because it's easier to talk in. I mean, this voice is also pretty easy to talk in. But if I'm trying to talk low like this, it just ends up going to this, and it's, yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna talk in this voice. It feels more natural. I guess maybe not. I guess maybe this voice would. No, that doesn't feel natural. It feels like I'm raising my voice. I mean, I don't really warm up my voice before this, so I guess the quietest, deepest voice would be easiest, I guess. Anyways, so, yeah, I was suicidal at one point. Like, I didn't attempt anything, thank God, but, for like 3 or 4 days, I thought about it a lot, but, basically, it's probably not gonna help, but I got out of that by thinking of, instead of thinking about myself, which is what most people think about when they're doing suicide, well, okay, they think about their self in an open manner. Like, they think, oh, everybody hates me, nobody's gonna miss me when I die. And it's not a fair way of thinking. Because you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what other people think. And also, it is actually impossible for nobody to miss you when you die. Because if your mother is alive, you are literally genetically connected, or homocollectly hormonal, you know, the things like sexual stuff and stuff that you release when you are like, when you like with cute girls, you're like, oh, that girl's so cute, and then when a mother gives birth, release a lot, and so it is almost impossible for a mother to hate her son. That is why fathers are usually the ones doing the beating, or stepmothers or stepfathers. You know, it's almost never the actual mother. So, yeah, that's just it's almost never the actual mother, because it is really almost impossible. Like, I mean, yeah, it's easy, just, you know, slap that bitch, and yeah, but like it would hurt a mother more than it would hurt a father, because a mother, yeah. Anyways, also, so yes, if your mother is alive and you do suicide, yeah, she might do suicide or attempt suicide, similar to, you know, this earlier, like they talked about it, but just because it's not like, who knows, you could be the biggest dick to your mother, but she will still love you almost unstoppably. Anyways. So, that's one person that you will most definitely hurt. Also, if you do suicide, according to Christian, maybe Mormon, I don't know, something like that. I don't really believe in heaven or hell or any of that, but if that stuff is real, then if you do suicide, you're going to hell. Yeah, and forever tormented. It's not a good, probably not very good. Just continue dying over and over and over again. Anyways, that's that. And, okay, so basically, that's just a quick explanation on why you would hurt people. But basically, I thought about the people it would hurt instead of the people it wouldn't hurt. Because that's people, okay, they say nobody would miss them, but they're usually just thinking about people at, like, it's usually, like, teenagers, because people at school are, because teenagers are dicks, all of them. Every teenager is a douchebag, cocksucker, fuckboy, rape girl, or whatever. Anyways, that is why they say that. Because they're only thinking of them. They're not thinking of, like, their family. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Well, okay. They might be thinking of their family, but they usually aren't. They're just usually thinking about that. So I thought about friends, family, and dogs. Dogs are amazing. They're like so cute and fluffy and just well, fuzzy inside when I think about them. Also cats. Cats are also pretty cool, unless they're dicks. Some cats are enormous dicks. It's just, you know, you roll die whenever you get a kitten. But if you get a dog, it's always so fucking cute. Unless you get like a rescue dog, then it might be a dick. But usually if you get a puppy and you love it, it's just so fucking cute. Anyways, so, yeah, thing about puppies. And if you die, you're never going to see puppies again. Never going to eat pizzas. Never going to see any of your family members ever again, or your friends. Heck, I'm almost certain that like a bunch of depression is caused by breakups. And if you're in high school, it's high school. What the hell are you? It's high school. It's you. Most people, like most adults and stuff like that, would, unless their high school sweetheart became their wife or husband. But like a lot of people that have grown up, some teenagers and like people in high school even think, hey, it's just training for the real world. Because basically that's what it is. I'm sure of it. It's like, if you count people, I have seen one couple in my entire life that were high school sweethearts. And the only reason I ever met them or saw them was because I was sitting in class and they came in to say hi to their old teacher. You know, if they hadn't done that, I wouldn't have ever known it was possible. I'm actually okay. You know, fuck. You know, when you're super young, you see a bunch of people and you're like, oh, they met in high school, I bet. Probably not, unless they are high schoolers, then they probably met in high school. Maybe middle school, but you know, that's kind of weird. It happens all the time, but I mean, it's a bit weird. It's a bit. It's like just a bit weird, because they aren't like even, because like they aren't like, even though teenagers are really sexually active, I'm pretty sure, like not like brain, like mental, and then some teenagers are also physically sexual active. Anyways, just what was I talking about? Oh yeah, suicide and stuff. Think about family members and people that it would hurt, and don't think about dicks at school or shit, whatever, because like I'm just making guesses, but I'm pretty sure most suicides are of teenagers and people in high school, or old people. What? Anyways, yeah, teenagers and people in high school are pretty high up there, if not the highest, because, you know, it's always, everybody's beating them down. Fuck you. It's just, you know, and if you don't have depression and if you're not suicidal, find somebody who is, become their friend, and don't rape them. Just jack them off every once in a while, or just help them masturbate, I guess. That would help them. Just make sure it's all fraternal, paternal, not sexual relationship. Just jack them off every once in a while. You know, it's just basic friend things. Anyways, if you aren't, yeah, just go find somebody and make them happy, like by sucking their dick or pussy, whatever. Anyways, I've gone way overboard. Anyways, Jeff, like, favorite, subscribe, and yeah, wow, okay. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and fuck you guys.